Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Mac. This is Let's Play Black Witchcraft. In the last episode, well, we found Eleonora. She had some other friends with her, but we couldn't save them. We weren't in time for that. We also ran into...
あと7つです。7はジュリアンの好きな数字でした。
Victorine here. It actually does highlight the areas where you can find her remaining stigma. Although, clearly, she said there's 7 left, or maybe... What did you say?
あと
There are 7 left, so there's clearly more... We're going to have to be doing this for a lot longer than this. Anyhow,
氷を使う雲か。
気になる？
そういえばまだついてきているよな。
忘れてた？ひどいな。
単刀直入に言え。
特に用はないんだけど、氷を使う雲悪魔について気になるのかなと思って。
やはり悪魔なのか。
じゃあなんだと思うのさ。当然悪魔だよ。
グルメか。変色がひどいような名前だな。
よ、何でも食ってるからつけられたあだ名なんだけど。
悪魔のセンスとは。とにかく上級悪魔ということだな。まあ、有用な情報ではあるな。
だろ？だから、僕のこと忘れないでね。
Judging that there's a spinning circle way over there, I'm willing to bet that it means that the boss is going to be in that pink circle. Or maybe not, maybe... I mean, it's going to at least warn me. Oh. Spitting Nancy! So that's a warning that you can't just jump at the last minute to get out of the way of Nancy's attack. Yeah, you can't be sure when it's going to be a jump overhead instead. Ay ay ay, that was not fair. Mind you, these guys are also level 37. The level scaling in this game really feels more like a suggestion than anything else. Man, the stalling today is something else. I did see that guy coming, I just thought I could spin around and hit him before that happened, and for some reason it didn't. Some of these mini-boss enemies aren't really that impressive, but we've hit level 30, so next time we have an option to go back, I think I will. You know what could really help with fixing this stalling? If I closed the video editing that I was running in the background. I don't know why I forgot about that.
Lenoa の封印室へ行くのですか？
この装置について知っているようだな。
はい。
やはり君は普通のメイドではないようだな。とにかく詳しい話は移動後にしよう。
無事だったのですね。
エミ。
リージア様、エレオノーラさんを助けてくださったのですね。ありがとうございます。
リージア？
その反応からすると私の名を知っているようだな。
Finally, more recognition.
はい。
メイド長だったな。君にいくつか聞きたいことがある。
その前に私の質問にお答えいただきたいです。
言ってみろ。
この屋敷での出来事はあなたの仕業ですか？ウィッチ・リージア。
Okay, let's be fair. She works for witch hunters, so naturally she'd suspect the witch of being the guilty party.
いや、むしろ逆だ。アッシャー家に繰り広げられている悲劇を止めるために来た。
それではマドレーヌお嬢様の姿をしているのも。
そう、眠っている私を起こしたのがマドレーヌだ。
そうですか。ということはマドレーヌお嬢様はもう。
ロデリックを阻止してほしいと頼んだ。信じがたいかもしれないが、この屋敷での出来事は全てロデリックによるものだ。
かすかに感じてはいました。ご主人様が
悪魔に精神支配されているようだ。
悪魔に。状況について分かりました。失礼なことを言ってしまったことを謝ります。それで私にご質問なされると？
アッシャー家についてどこまで知っている？
逆にご質問させていただきます。アッシャー家がウィッチハンターのカモンだというのはすでにご存知ですよね。
ああ、それなりに名を馳せているようだな。
どちらかというと過去の話です。まだ残っている敵、恨みを持っているウィッチはたくさんいます。
そうか。リー家について教えてほしいが。
リー家は私たちアッシャー家と共にウィッチハンターの仕事をするカモンです。
それは知っている。リー家とアッシャー家の間に血縁関係は存在するか？
それはないと存じます。
ならばアッシャー家との血縁関係が存在する他のウィッチハンターの家紋はないか？
他のウィッチハンターのカモンともそういうことは発生しませんでした。
結構言い切るな。
それはアッシャー家とリー家を除いたらもうウィッチハンターのカモンはこの世に存在しませんので。アッシャー家とリー家は最後のウィッチハンターのカモンです。それ以外のカモンはその命脈が断たれてから100年も過ぎました。
Which makes it a lot more problematic if Lenora gets out, I guess. Because we've taken Madeline, Roderick's been taken by Voldemar. Yeah, I can see why him saying, as soon as I kill Annabelle, we're done. But I'd also be willing to believe that there's some other meaning to that.
わかった。ロデリックについて言ってほしい。いや、これは曖昧すぎる。ロデリックがいつからおかしくなったか覚えているか
？3年ほど前からですかね。ウィッチハンターの仕事を辞めてから少しずつ変わったと覚えています。
アナベルもそう言っていた。それから悪魔に精神支配され始めたようだ。
リー家のお嬢様ですね。無事でしょうか？
ああ、私と共にロデリックの計画を阻止しようとしている。この近くにいるから行って話してみてもいいと思うが。
He's in the same room. You should be within eyeshot of each other.
ご主人様は一体何をされているのでしょうか？
この屋敷にウィッチレノーアが封印されているということは知っているか？
I mean, we already knew that she knew, didn't we?
名前は知りませんでしたが、強力なウィッチが閉じ込められているということは存じています。メイド長になると最初に教えられるものです。
そのウィッチを解放させようとしている。理由は聞かないでほしい。私も今探っているところだ。
Aside from the whole demonic possession thing, anyway.
そういえば
何か思いついたか？
関係があるかはよくわかりませんが、何日か前に屋敷の周りを大きな嵐が襲いました。その日、ご主人様は突然具合が悪くなり、一日中寝たきり状態でした。翌日は元気を取り戻したかのように見えましたが、その直後、
今のようなことが起きたのだな。
はい、私はメイドたちと共に退避しようとしましたが。
Didn't work very well, did it?
メイド長になってからどれくらい経つのか
？5年くらいになりました。先代のメイド長が亡くなられる前から引き継ぎの準備はしておりましたが。
先代のメイド長？
はい、先代メイド長のモレラ様は長い間アッシャー家で働きました。とても有能で、何よりアッシャー家への忠誠心が厚かったです。
ならばそのモレラからアッシャー家の秘密について教わったな。
はい、先代のご主人様たちはロデリック様が幼い頃亡くなられたので、家の秘密は全てモレラ様に教わりました。モレラ様の娘もアッシャー家のために勤めています。
娘か。
あそこのベレニケがモレラ様の娘です。モレラ様の若かりし頃の姿とそっくりです。
似ているということなのだが、アナベルとベレニケも互いに似ているようだな。こちらについて何か知っているか？
察するところはありますが、はっきりしないので申し上げにくいです。
そうか。
モレラ様の日誌に詳しい内容があるかもしれないのですが。
日誌？
モレラ様は重要なことがあるたびにいつも日誌に書き残しておかなければと言ってました。
なるほど。もしかして日誌がどこにあるか知っているか？
それが、モレラ様は結婚されてから離れをお使いになりましたが。
屋敷が迷宮結界に分かれた状態だからわからない
と。申し訳ありませんが、その通りでございます。
わかった。残念だが仕方ない。
いろいろ情報は入手しましたが、革新的な内容はありませんでしたね。
There is no unimportant information, only red herrings.
メイド長だったら経緯がわかると思ったのだが、誤算だったな。
それだけ周到に行ったということでしょう。その点は確かに悪魔のようです。
ということは、ウィッチはそうではないという意味なのかな？
あまり論理的な質問ではないような気がしますが、返答した方が良いですか？
いや、いらない。それはそれとして、メイド長の話は考えてみる余地がある。
とりあえず状況的に魔力回収に行く途中考えてみようということですね。
その通りだ。時間を無駄にする必要はないからな。
The main quest has been updated, but I want to go back to the very first of the dimensional rifts because I feel like I need to tackle I need an episode showing what this is going to be like. Okay, it can't be that long a journey if we just go north. Alright. Interdimensional Rift, minimum level 30. Actually, wait. Let's just throw in a few extra stats here and there. Okay, we got our full essence absorption there, so that's okay. You know what? Let's go for upgrading Rising Raven because eventually we can knock off the mana cost for that completely and every little bit helps. Every menu screen is basically a shot of leisure in some different way.
やっぱりここも空間が歪んでいるな。
迷宮結界の影響でそのようになったようです。
こちらは普通の屋敷の形ではないかと期待していたのだが、アリアドネの糸も反応しないな。
アリアドネの糸が反応しないのは異なる時空間にいるためと思われます。
それならここから移動するのは無理か。興味はあるが迷子になりに来たわけではない。
残念ですが自在に移動するのは難しいでしょう。移動先の情報を私が記録すれば迷子になることはないはずです。
引き返すのは問題ないという意味だな。じゃあ少しだけ歩き回ってみようか。
You are currently on the first floor. You may move to the next space or escape the dimensional rift. If you re-enter after escaping, you will restart from the first level. So these are enemy gauntlets against much higher level enemies from the area. It takes out the very beloved all the story and discussions, and it's just a long series of battles. Anyway, for the most part, I feel like I should just skim over all this content unless I have something I feel like is worth discussing. And I kind of do have a thought this time. It's been on my mind a lot that this game does have quite a bit of fan service in it. And the thing is, Fanservice is kind of a criticism. 90% of the time when you say, oh, when you make note of the fan service, it's a complaint. And I kind of... Oh, right, we've got discussion now. We didn't earn any essence from that battle. We earned Stardust.
これは精髄じゃないな。まさか。
ご覧になられましたか？これは俗称星のかけらと呼ばれる特殊な魔力結晶の破片です。いろいろな使い方がありますが、スティグマの効果を増幅させるのに有用で珍しい材料です。
Yep, we now have the ability to upgrade our stigma.
ということは、この空間にあるこいつらは悪魔ではないということか。
外見は似ていますが、内部の構成は全然違う存在です。どうやら私たちがいた次元の影響を受けて悪魔の姿になっているようです。
なるほど。ところでどうして動きまでそのままなんだ？
それはわかりません。もう少し分析が必要です。
To obtain Stardust, we can use it to upgrade stigma. Certain types of stigma have different max levels. You can consume Stardust to upgrade stigma. Certain types of stigma can't be upgraded. So, if we go to her stigma page, can consume Stardust to upgrade stigma. Certain types can't be upgraded. So, floating plumage. We can't do anything with that because there's not really anything they could upgrade without it getting weird. But something like Revenant. Press L to view/hide stigma upgrades. So, we can increase the amount of vitality we recover, but we aren't changing the time it takes. Plus it tells us up there we have a cap of 5. Something like Gorgon's skin also has 5 upgrades, and it increases the damage reduction quite a bit. Honestly, I feel like there isn't anything other than 5. Yeah, Red Death can't be upgraded. Five. I legit don't know. I legit feel like that saying, oh, some of them have different numbers was pointless because it's either 5 or nothing. I feel like Urge for Blood just can't ever be pushed up enough to make a substantial difference, but then Stigma aren't supposed to make a substantial difference. Yeah, so first I'm going to pour everything into upgrading Revenant and Gorgon's skin, and after that I'll just upgrade as I feel is necessary just to burn off the Stardust. So as I was saying, fan service. The thing about fan service is that the same term is used for mythology gags. Wow, he managed to find just the right timing to interrupt my attack while still being hit by my attack. Go figure. So as I was saying, we use the same term for mythology gags where they make references to, say, previous series or previously established canon. And even then, that can go badly. Like, there's no reason why we needed to. We do have a reason to panic, though. There's no reason why we needed to make reference to Manfred von Karma in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. But they did. Oh yeah, this sword here, it's called Karma. One of my disciples even named himself after it. Isn't that interesting? And then... yeah. And so even the mythology gag type fan service can be done poorly. It can be a cute joke, but also abused. And then there's the thing that people usually mean when they talk about fan service. That is... blatant sexual appeal. So we need 3 talent points to take away the cost on Rising Raven completely. I kind of also want to look at getting the speed of recovery and rate of recovery up a bit. And maybe also... you know what, I think I'll upgrade Kindly Mistress next. I mean, after I finish with the upgrade to Rising Raven stuff. But yeah, I feel like there's different levels of it and... okay. It's hard to think and to keep these combos going at the same time. This isn't actually the sort of game where you can switch off your brain and talk about nothing like you could in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. But as I'm trying to say, they just show a little bit of skin, or maybe give a view that's a little bit sexualized. And I feel like there's a certain scaling to this. Like, how intrusive is it? For example, here, there are naked statues of women everywhere. And there's also some of Leisha's menus showing her naked but covering up important parts that keep the game from being struck from Steam. And I feel like, while I do make fun of how they have this, I feel like it isn't intrusive and ruining the experience. If you really want cases where the fan service isn't ruining the experience, certain horror games come to mind. For example, Deathmark. Oh, you know what? I think that I managed to tie... I think I accidentally picked the immune to damage... I think I accidentally triggered her damage immunity ability just as he hit me. Anyway, there's actually 10 levels of this dimensional rift, so it is going to be taking a bit of time. Deathmark has this tendency to have these horrifying scenes of, oh, this female character is in such a compromising position, and it is very... The thing is, fan service is for appealing to horny people, perverts. Desuhiko. Horror cat people just want to be unsettled and probably jump scared. I'd note, I don't like horror games because I have bad anxiety from all the medication I take. But the thing is that you're trying to make overlap and appeal to two groups that are fundamentally split apart. If you have a gratuitous fan service, then the The gratuitous fan service is going to weird out the fans of horror. But the thing is, I don't feel like the sort of people that would check out horror in the first place are the ones that would... the people that want the fan service aren't going to be playing this game in the first place, so you're really not getting any... basically mixing two things together that really shouldn't be mixed. Of course, I didn't expect I'd have another example to talk about here when I recorded this episode, but what do you know? I do. So I was checking out Steam Explore. Sometimes you can find good stuff in there. I wouldn't be playing this game if I didn't check out Steam Explore. Granted, this has been sitting in my library for so long that... oof. Okay, weapon skill acquired, Overlift. Is this what I think it is? Bingo! When some strong enemies are stunned, you can lift them into the air. So when we start spamming the slow hammer, we have a very good chance of getting the usually very tough enemies into the air where we can start clocking them with an aerial combo. We're a bit low on essence though, but... so yeah, decrease in essence gain, increase in experience gain. I should point out that there are chances of running into essence hoarders in this area, so I might want to turn off my gains for that part. So yeah, I was checking out Steam Explore, and I saw a game called Livestream 2. I feel like it's, well, obviously it's a sequel because it has a 2 on it. It appears to be a game about a bunch of live streaming girls that go to a haunted building and very much regret it because, well, poor genre savviness. Being stalked by a terrifying mascot monster. It's the sort of 2D... oh, get off! And you just run about trying very desperately to avoid being grabbed by the monster, hiding in specific areas in hopes of him not checking the area, and usually he just looks at the camera and shrugs and then walks away, so it doesn't look like too much trouble except for the fact that he moves faster. And the thing is that some of these hiding places are very expository, shall we say? I really don't need all these panty shots, thanks game, especially since they look like high school girls.
やっぱりここにも精髄コレクターはいるのか。
ある面で見れば本当にすごい生物ですね。
あれを生物として見ていいのかわからないんだが、いずれにせよ精髄が必要だったからちょうどよかった。
So yeah, like basically, the more interruptive fan service is, the more likely it is that we get a black mark, and people are going to complain about it. Funnily enough, I feel like even the extremely strong bits of fan service, I mind a lot less about them simply by the fact of adding an autoplay function. Then I just push the autoplay and I go look at something else until that scene is over. Can we make it 36 minutes? Do we want to try and burn through the entire place in one go? Okay, I got a bit too carried away there. I think the main point with fan service that I'm making here is that it's not for me. I'm not going to complain about it unless it starts to get actively interruptive with what the game is trying to do. Or rather, I will complain about it, but how genuine that complaint is compared with me just saying, compared with me making fun of it, is going to depend on how interruptive it is. Actually, since I am probably going to have to end the episode, but I do want to draw attention to something. I feel like I don't know whether it was the intention, but there's kind of a joke with Cleopatra in the really old Asterix comics. And it sounds like it's kind of making fun of fan service maybe a bit, because the joke is that everyone will always mention how pretty her nose is. Such a pretty nose, too. It's a shame that the Sphinx lost its nose. It was quite a nice nose, although not as nice as Cleopatra's nose. It just sounds like a joke about fan service, about how people just can't stop paying attention to it. Even the normally straight-laced characters like Getafix. He's above that sort of thing, but he will stop to say, "Ooh, what a nose." And actually, Asterix and Cleopatra's plot is that Cleopatra and Caesar are having a lover's spat over whether the Egyptians are any good anymore. I'm going to prove that my people can make awesome buildings like the pyramids again. Well, I'll admit, I'd certainly change my tune on that, but I doubt it. And so she decides, right, I'm going to talk to the best architect in Alexandria. He's going to make me a fantastic palace in 1 month, or I'll throw him to the crocodiles. And of course, I'd need magic powers to work miracles to do that. Wait, I know exactly the person! And so he goes to Getafix to ask for help. Asterix and Obelix come around because, well, why not? And the thing is that because she is actually doing it, Caesar starts thinking, I'm losing face in front of her, I better see what I can do about this. mind you, he's the second arc villain because the first arc villain is an architect who would really have rather been picked. Look, I have a deal for you. Let's share the gold. Of course, if we fail, then you can go alone. No need to feed the crocodiles two where one will suffice. Yeah, he's a weasel. And, he does get taken out, though. Taken out by one interpretation of it, but it's actually, alright, we're going to have you work on the palace as well. Anyway, Caesar realizes, oh no, the indomitable Gauls are here helping out. Oh, this is the boss floor.
あの石像は
この時空間を支持する核と考えられます。強力な魔力が感知されます。
封印石の形をしているのは気に入らない。これを破壊すればいいのか？
はい。破壊すると、この歪みは消滅すると予測されます。
わかった。うん。こいつは？
危険を察知した核が自身の保護のために制作したようです。
そうだろうな。あの姿になっているのは
リージア様から情報を読み込んだものと予測されます。
それもまた予想通りだな。面倒だがやることは同じだ。倒してやる。
So yeah, these will always end with a rematch against a boss from that area. It's not... Hang on. Weird, it didn't have the check mark. But yeah, she's going to have her stats increased a lot. But it's basically the same fight, just with higher stats. As I was saying, but yeah, Caesar decides he's going to cheat by having his legionaries start knocking the palace down in a siege. So, Asterix decides the only way we can fix this is by having Cleopatra intervene. Oof. Yep, got too carried away there. Now I'm bleeding too.
I
played through some of that dungeon with the XP reduction, didn't I? That was a mistake.
興味深い場所だった。屋敷に戻ったら研究すべきものが増えたな。
But yeah, so he gets a message through to Cleopatra, and she immediately puts together an entourage to rush over and yell at Caesar. I had every right to call in the Gauls, and it's just a massive long text bubble rant of her yelling at Caesar for not playing fair. Alright, I'll do what you ask. And so he's busy dabbing at himself to clear up the sweat, the nervous sweat. So, sir, what do you want us to do? Lift the siege and repair the damage you've done, idiot! After all, I wouldn't want Cleopatra to turn up her nose at me. Pretty nose, too. Yeah, I think this is time to call the episode, absolutely, but the point I'm making is that fanservice itself can be ignored, but the more intrusive it is, the more likely you are to get angry letters. Anyhow, until next time guys, take care. I'll see you all around. I swear, the background noise always makes me think that someone's holding some sort of auditorium show off in the distance and ruining the recording. But no, this is all in the game.